Feels really good. I think when we started this, when this all happened to us, there were two goals we had. Number one was to find Teresa. We got that goal. Number two was to find the person or persons accountable, and now we've found out that we also have succeeded at least one out of the two that we think are responsible. So it's a very happy day.
What's next for the family?
Gonna do some relaxing. Go back to work, and just continue on with our lives. So that eventually we'll be back with Teresa once again. And yeah, yeah. As you said, we're only halfway there. We got April 16th, I guess, is the next big day, and we're expecting more of the same then.
Mike, what do you say to the jury, these 6 men and 6 women who found Stephen Avery guilty?
My family owes them a big thank you, first of all, because we certainly believe they made the right decision. It was hard enough for my family to spend 6 weeks here, and I can't imagine how it was for them to spend 6 weeks of their lives here. But we're very thankful, very grateful for their help. I just want to say thank you to them, really.
Mike, was it hard to hold back emotion? It seemed like you didn't give any visible reactions to the verdicts. Was it trying to hold back some of that?
I wasn't trying to hold back anything. I mean, I'm certainly pleased with the outcome, but I would have rather have not had to go through this at all. So, I'm happy, but I'm not really that happy. I mean, Teresa's not here, but we know she's here in spirit, and she's smiling. She showed the jury the way, I think. As Ken was saying in his closing arguments, that Teresa was showing the jury what happened to her that day. I believe that. I believe God was showing the jury the way, just as He was showing us the way the past 16, 17 months, however long it's been. I think He's been showing us, the right way to deal with these things. And I hope that I've, followed, in the path that He's taken me on.
Is count 2 puzzling to you?
It was a little surprising, but it's obvious that something happened to Teresa. I don't know if it wasn't proven fully, or if there's some doubt there because there was numerous sites where they found some remains. But what matters is that Stephen Avery is going to be in prison for the rest of his life, which is what, from the start, is what we've wanted, and I hope we get that.
Mike, this might be a difficult question, but 2 families have lost in this case. Obviously, your loss, no one can quantify it, but Ellen and Dolores Avery sat across from you folks every day. Is there any sense that you share their loss at all?
Yeah, certainly. It's a little different because we'll never see Teresa again, but Stephen Avery will be in prison, so they can still visit him and stuff. But it's certainly a sad day for them. I think they believed the whole time that he was innocent, and to see him go away to prison is certainly going to be a sad day for them. And we're going to keep them in our prayers, just because they're going through a loss right now too. But they've been respectful to us this whole time. So I hope there's no hard feelings on either side. There's not from our side towards Ellen and Dolores, or the rest of their family. We'll go back here.
There were moments of evidence during the trial that I think even made some of us guess this is what we do for a living. And I'm sure you remember them. Dr. Eisenberg showed Teresa's facial bones. And when when Tom Fallon was describing what he called Teresa's funeral pyre. Can you tell us how your family handles that kind of stuff? You're going to have to do it again.
To be honest, I don't know how we handle it. It just what happens, or just instinctive reactions, or it's or it's God carrying us through it. That's the only way I can explain it. I don't, people are like, oh, I'm so sorry about what happened to your sister, and I've kind of become numb to what probably happened to her that day. But as I've said time and time again, it's not how she died, it's how she lived that we're going to remember her. So hearing or seeing the pictures and hearing the testimony, it's not going to be what we remember Teresa as. She was the most loving person I know, or I knew. And we're always going to carry her spirit with us and try to live our lives like she did, because she's a great role model for young girls, a role model for myself, and we love her, and we're going to see her again, I can promise you that.
Mike, my understanding your family got together after you were escorted from the courtroom. Can you tell us about that scene? Were there tears? Were there hugs? Were there smiles?
There were tears, there were hugs, there were smiles. There was a prayer. I think it was just a big sigh of relief, because we've been, waiting for this day for a long time, and it finally came. So we're certainly happy that we've gotten this far. And I can't leave here without thanking the prosecution team, Ken Kratz, Tom Fallon, Norm Gahn, the investigators, Mark Wiegert, Tom Fossbender, Calumet County Sheriff's Department, Manitowoc County, all the law enforcement that helped, all the citizens that helped. Big thank you to them, as well as the jury and everyone here at Calumet County at the courthouse. But to get back to your question, it was hugs, smiles, some sadness, but I think most of the sadness that we felt has passed, and we're, trying to fill the void that we have that now that Teresa's gone. But we've got a lot of new friends through this whole process, so we have things to be thankful for.
Mike, we heard your mom testify that Sunday's kind of your family day. Were you guys getting together this Sunday afternoon? Can you kind of tell us how you found out the verdict had been reached?
I was putting some hours in at work, and because I wasn't really expecting a verdict today, really. But yeah, my mom called me this afternoon around 4:45 when she found out. I was actually on my way home already, and I know my parents were at home with my younger sisters, Katie and Kelly. My brother, really not sure what he was doing, but he was here. But now that we get back to normal, we'll be spending some Sunday afternoons around the island in our kitchen, like my mom said. Now that we got time and we don't have to worry about working on the weekends, so looking forward to that.
How are your little sisters doing? They're so young and all this going on for the past year and a half.
I think they're doing well. I mean, we as a family know we're not alone. These things happen to a lot of people, unfortunately. And Katie and Kelly, they're on their own way to good lives. I mean, they're got a good start. I think they're just learning from my parents, my mom especially, and they're learning from Teresa how to live their lives, and I think they're going to be all right. They've certainly seemed all right so far. So. Good.
expressed during the trial several times how confident you were in the verdict. Can you tell us your level of confidence with the next trial?
Same confidence, 100%. It's a different case because you got the false confession, and or you've got the confession, which the defense is suggesting is a false confession. I'm still confident in that one, and I expect the same result come the end of April.
Do you plan to attend every day of that trial as well?
I think we will.
Mike, I asked you a few days ago what you were going to picture when the words came out of the judge's mouth. I know that the brain tends to move faster than normal in a situation like that. What went through your mind the second before he said guilty and the second after?
Breathe. I don't even know. I think I was thinking. I was thinking about what I was going to hear. I was pretty confident I knew what I was going to hear, and I heard that, and I started getting a little numb. And then I heard not guilty in the second count, and then I was like, wait, what did I hear in the first one? Because I was sure, but just got a little uncertain. But I'm thankful it's over.
It looks sad. Everybody seemed to look a little sad. Is that a good way to describe it, the looks on all your faces?
I don't know about sad, maybe serious. It's just a serious affair. I don't think I was really sad today. I was anxious, and now I'm, happy, relieved. I'm looking forward to getting back a normal swing of things.
Mike, people, I guess, wonder in general how you got through it, and I guess that's the nature of all these questions here, but it sounds like you've perhaps become more religious as a family. Is that true?
Oh, we've been religious all our lives. It's probably grown stronger because, I think in times of need, you look to God a little more than normal, and He certainly responded to our needs, so I think that answers your question.
Mike, is there anything your family would want to say to Steve and Avery at this point, or anything that if they could, or that they...
I don't have anything to say to him, but I think he has a couple words to say to us.
Okay, can we get to the couple more questions for Mike?
Just, a couple more if you have any questions.
Mike, I wonder, we know because we've been watching you do it, but could you describe for all the people who are watching TV about what your family's done and your mom and dad getting up and milking the cows every day before coming? I mean, that's a pretty amazing day that they were for 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah, they're hardworking people. They own their own dairy farm, and at 4:30 in the morning they're out there getting ready for milking. At 5 o'clock they're milking. 7 o'clock they're in the house, and by 8 o'clock they're out the door to come here. And at 4:30 when we're done here, they got to get back home, milk the cows. 7 o'clock they're done, and the rest of the night they, I guess, relax and watch TV. Just try to take their minds off the trial and what happened that day. And a lot of times we ended up spending the night talking about what happened, just because it helps to cope with it. So that's what happened. Go ahead.
You had just said that there are 2 words that you want to hear from him. I'm assuming it's an apology. Do you expect to get that from him?
You're right. It is an apology, and I'm not going to wait around for it because I don't think it'll ever come. If it does, I'm open to listening to that.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.